You know how often I get that shit now? Because, do you want to know something so funny? Y'all are so fucking corny. I'll address this shit every day. I don't care how long it takes till y'all shut the fuck up. It was Halloween. It was the month of Halloween. And my ass decides to throw a fucking eyes wide naughty symbols all over the cake. And you got this and you got that. How about idiot? How about dumbass? I did a party that's based on the Illuminati because it's funny that I'm famous and I can utilize that as a meme to fucking make you all scared on Halloween night or pre-Halloween. It's the point of the fucking party. That's why people have Halloween parties on fucking Halloween or before. They have spooky parties. Mine trumped all. Mine was so good that it had y'all acting fucking crazy till December. Till mid-December. You're still caught in your feelings because you're so freaked out. Bitch, I'm that good. Yeah, I know. You can just admit that. You don't have to be so scared. Look outside of these things. You're going way too deep into it. It's like you watched a scary movie and you're like, "Mommy, I need to sleep in bed with you because I'm scared, Mommy. Like you're like a traumatized little child. That's how fucking scared you are of me. You don't need to be scared of me. I'm very chill. I'm a chill lad. That's the problem. That's the problem, is because I'm chilling and you guys are not. You're so on edge. How fucking brilliant is it? Like, I can't believe nobody else has had. Well, maybe somebody else has, but like, I don't know anybody who did it. But I was like, I need to do a fucking Illuminati party is what I need to do for my birthday. But y'all are so scared of what? Being in your basement all day? I'd be scared too, bitch. If I had nothing else to do, I'd be just as fucking scared. When I was 13, let me tell you something. The only way that we relate to each other is that when I was 13 years old, imagine a 13-year-old girl going on YouTube and looking up Illuminati conspiracies and getting sucked into it and being high and I wasn't really smoking weed when I was 13, but I was still into that shit when I was like a little bit older. Because it was interesting. Because it's cool. It's like lore. It's like real life lore. And it's like a mystery. You know what I mean? Baby. Off. It's like pathetic. Off. This is what fucking 13-year-olds do. So I can make an assumption. Maybe the people who are coming in here who are saying shit like that are probably like 17, 13 or whatever. Which I get. I would probably do some shit like that. I would probably go into like a famous person's TikTok and be like, or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and be like, Are you Illuminate? I didn't mean to scare you that badly, but so my bad. I apologize for being too heavy on your fucking snowflake ass. Yeah, it is full-grown adults for sure. But that's different. That's like really, that's truly sad. That's a different thing. That's like a you know when you're like 13, you look that shit up and then you're like, oh no, these are just like people. You're like, oh cool, they might actually be there's people doing witchcraft or some shit, or like, you know, shit like that. And you're like, cool, but then you're like, nah. You like, eventually you get to a point where you're like, oh, maybe it's not that. Maybe they're just, maybe this is just really interesting. Maybe this is just something that sucked me in. You know what I mean? Maybe this motherfucker on YouTube is just making a theory that doesn't even really you think that they're holding secrets is because no matter what they say, you're still gonna believe the shit that you think. Because you guys are so hard-headed and just fucking dogmatic people. And you can't just like think of life as it is. It has to be this like big fantasy with dragons and witches and wizards. You can't just fucking go outside and ride a bike and go fucking enjoy your life. You can't do that because you've been through so much shit. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you've been through so much shit. But that's not my problem. And if you want to come on here and accuse me of being a lizard, and I'm not trying to laugh at you, I'm not. It's not funny. It actually is really fucking, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, so I'm not that sorry. But at the same time, it's like, I understand that if you reach a certain part of your life where you don't have shit going on and you have so much time to be on the internet and you're wondering about the world and you're like, why is this world so fucked up? And then you come to a video of Rihanna or Beyonce and you're like, oh, the devil, because you don't have other shit to do. That's when you know you've kind of fucked up. That's when you know you've sort of lost your way. I lost my fucking way too. I was watching that shit and I was like, damn, that shit might be true. And I was doing shrooms and smoking weed. And I was wild. And yeah, sure. And I'm gaslighting you and shit. Sure. Fine. It's whatever the fuck you want to think. I personally, I relate to you in that sense. But I still think that it's fucking rude of you. I think it's really whack and rude that you're coming on my shit and telling me that, like, I'm a fraud. Because you're discrediting me. Because I worked so hard to get to where I am. And you're sitting there and discrediting everything that I've worked for by telling me that I'm being watched and that I'm a puppet and shit. Like, no. A whole society that was doing this thing. Don't you think they'd, like, change the name of it or something? What would the new name of it be? What if the name of the new secret society was, like, Shump Dunkus, and you wouldn't even fucking know? It could be named anything. It could be named fucking Home Depot. Like, why the fuck would it still be called, like, you... I'm just, oh. And also, why would it be, like, rappers and, like, well, I guess because the influence. I get that. Never mind. I'm writing that off. I understand the whole thing of, like, rappers being, or, like, singers, or, like, you know. But, like, how come you don't see shit with, like, actors and Okay, first of all, like, movies are huge. Why aren't y'all in the comment section of, like, actors and actresses? It's always music. You wanna know why? Because back in the fucking 50s and 60s and 70s, shit started progressing and people were like, oh, this is the devil's music. Because there was a whole, like, religious thing going on. And there was like, you can't listen to that. That's the Ramones. You cannot listen to Led Zeppelin. Because it's bad music. And you saw those talk shows where there'd be, like, kids and they'd be like, yeah, I'm goth because I feel like it. And everyone's like, how dare you? That's the devil's thing. And then, like, you know what I mean? It's just fucking stupid. Bitch, I wish I was fucking immortal. Fuck out of here. Oh, maybe not. Actually, that would be kind of miserable. But don't you, like... I feel you. Life would be very interesting if that was how it was, but you need to find something interesting in your life, or you're just going to start coming up with these theories that people are lizards and that they are. It gets so bad. You want to know how bad boredom gets? You start to come up with theories of shit like that. And fine. Just don't hurt anyone. That's all that matters. But if you think that people are, like, doing shit behind the... Yeah, you know what? There's bad people out there. There's bad famous people. There's bad people in general. But it's like some of this shit gets so convoluted. Like my You Right music video. I saw that shit. Immediately clocked that. When they put the fucking floor as like, what is it called? We're not doing that. Nope. When they put the floor as like checkerboard because they think that that's like Masonic. Like people think that that's like Masonic symbolism. And like, sure, maybe it is. But like also checkerboard is gorgeous. It's very regal. It's like a regal, beautiful, timeless. It just looks good in the setting with the pillars and the checkerboard floor, like marble, and the fucking statues and shit. Like, that shit just looks good. I wish I was that. I wish I had like a plan, and I was deep as fuck, and I was like, you know what I mean? Maybe not in like a bad way, not like an evil plan, but more just like, I wish I was that meticulous. There's some people who have like Easter eggs all over, maybe, you know what I mean? Like in their art. But for me, it's just like, I wanted to do like an ethereal, like Grecian kind of, I wanted to have that kind of essence to that video. And there's other shit, there's other videos that have that don't even fuck, I'm trying to think of some shit. Watch,